Hello Cancer, and welcome to this monthly tarot card reading for September 2018. This is a video for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominance. If you don't know your dominant sign, I highly recommend you check out my video on that because you might be surprised to find that you resonate more with your dominant sign than you do with your sun sign. And with that being said, I wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my supporters on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your generosity. It really means the world to me. I appreciate it so much. And I can't begin to tell you guys how thankful I am for all of you and those of you who are really active on the pages. I love you guys so much. You're always super sweet and kind, and I really appreciate it. And I wanted to give another huge shout out to my top 2 contributors as of last month, Sarah R. and Tanner R. Thank you guys so much for your huge generosity. It really means the world to me, so thank you for that. And with the introductions out of the way, hi, I'm Venus. Welcome in once again, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me here. As per usual, I went ahead and chose your reading cards off camera. Once again, this is a reading for September 2018. And I had me a little bit of a laugh with your reading cards over here, and you'll see why in just a second. So, this is the universal energy supporting you for the month of September 2018. And Cancer, we have here the unicorn. So unicorn energy is supporting you for the month of September 2018. Now, the unicorn, in the author of these cards, describes the unicorn as being somewhat symbolic for our relationship with divinity. They go on to questioning, did unicorns ever exist? Do they exist still? Is it just a feeling? Are these mythical creatures? And they're using these questions as in the same light in which we question divinity. So we often wonder, is there universal source energy? Is there a God? Does it exist? Is it within me, or is it just a feeling? Is it just an idea? Etc., etc., etc. So this unicorn energy symbolizes your quest for divinity, your quest for a spiritual path. It symbolizes your sort of a quest for developing your intuition, your spiritual connection, your spiritual relationship, okay? So this card prompts me to assume that many of you are on your spiritual journey, but even more in September, it's going to be very much heightened for you, this spiritual side of things, and you are going to be questioning and seeking more. You are very much going to be taking on a seeker role, and perhaps you already took on that role and you are starting to look for answers and seek wisdom within the divine and within yourself. But this unicorn, all the messages that I've just said, it's definitely going to play out in the theme for the month of September. Spirituality and intuition and higher consciousness and connecting to those things, definitely going to be playing a big part in your month of September. And some of you may be feeling even more intuitive and even more connected in the month of September. And what's interesting here, Cancer, is I don't know if you can tell, but look, we have behind the unicorn, I want to say that that is a moon, and Cancer, your sign's ruling planet is the moon, so it's completely perfect. And speaking of synchronicities, this is why I had myself a little laugh about the cards that came out for you. So this is your hidden realm card. We all go through cycles and we all go through various things in life, and so meaning we traverse through different realms. We have there's a cycle for everything. So the cycle or the realm that you will be traversing through in September 2018 is the Horse King. So do you see why I found that to be so funny? So yeah, we have 2 horses here. Now the Horse King is all about assistance and control. So Really sorry about that. My camera did die, but we are back in business. So as I was saying, the Horse King is a very, very good sign, good omen that the people coming into your life at this point are really going to be helping you sort of traverse through the terrain in your life right now. The people that you are meeting are going to be playing very key roles in your life, and more importantly, this card is a sign that whatever you are going through right now, you are not meant to go through alone. And so you are very, very powerful in the sense that during this time, you have the ability within you to draw a magnetic, almost like a magnet, I should say, almost like a magnet drawing to you powerful people who are able to help you make great bounds and great leaps. And so I thought this was really fitting because not only do we have the moon behind this card here, but this card also talks of people and assistance and how the people in your life right now are helping you grow and move forward and pushing you towards that growth, and how you are a magnet to powerful people. And if you even just try to focus your intentions on attracting a certain type of person, whether it be like a boss or a mentor, you will surely attract them. And so I thought it was quite fitting for you, Cancer, because Cancer is the sign of community, and so I just thought that was really fitting. It seems like it's all coming together for you now. And with that being said, with the start of Virgo season, it marks the transition from autumn into, from summer into autumn slash fall, which is the harvest season. So in autumn and fall we have harvest season, and so I'm going to pull some tarot to see now what cards are going to come through to tell us what you are harvesting, what rewards you are harvesting. So all of the cards I pull for this are going to be in a positive light, so it's either going to tell us what rewards and gifts the universe is sending your way, or it's going to be telling us what you have successfully overcome if it is a quote-unquote negative card. Okay, so what is Cancer harvesting for the month of September 2018? We had this one flip over. I'm going to pick a few more. We had one jump right out. So we have the Knight of Swords. So far 2 sword cards. We have the 5, 6, 7 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Now we're going to pull a bit more. Okay, this one flipped over as well. Okay, so there does seem to be a repeating message coming through for a lot of the signs. I'm seeing repeats with swords and repeats with this Page of Wands really coming through for a lot of people. And honestly, now that I think about it, this Page of Wands could be because Mars is going direct, I believe. So let's go ahead and start over here. So we have the 7 of Swords. So this is your reward, and for me, Cancer, I'm definitely feeling as if you are finally coming out of a habit of perhaps acting selfishly. Now, that's not to say selfish as in overly, it's not a bad thing, okay? So, you know, a typically quote-unquote selfish sign, for example, could be Leo, but that's not what selfishness isn't quite the right word. It's independent, and it's someone who looks out for themselves and makes themselves shine, and someone who acts for themselves and takes care of their needs first. So Cancer, if you are not, so this is more so important, especially for people who are Cancer risings and I believe Cancer North nodes. So this card indicates to me that if you have been acting in your opposite as a Capricorn, your Capricorn descendant, like if you have been being very cold and more calculated, logical, more orderly, being a stern ruler instead of someone part of a community, someone warm, someone who is the moon, the mother, nurturing. It's you getting over that and you becoming closer to your archetype of the Cancer, of the moon. So becoming more nurturing and community oriented and thinking for others or thinking about others, being someone that other people can depend and rely on. It's overcoming these perhaps selfish habits, but also overcoming this supreme need for independence or supreme need for it's me against everyone else. I have to, it's this false instinct to survive. It's this distrust, it's this mistrust, I should say. It's this idea that, you know, everyone's out to get you. And I feel like a lot of you are quickly coming over or coming out of that and moving more into your Cancerian archetype and becoming more community oriented, learning how to trust, opening up more, being more soft, more nurturing, and whatnot. So that is one of your rewards that you are harvesting. Another harvest we have here is the Knight of Swords. So you are being very logical but quick to jump in. So the Knight of Swords is, Knights are traditionally one of quick action, and with the sword we have the idea of you are very well versed, you are very well prepared, you know everything about something before jumping in, and you have very much the tools in your tool belt to help you traverse whatever terrain you need. You have the wit and logic about you. You know your stuff and you're able to charge fearlessly forward. So either you're already feeling secure in your mind right now, or you will find that sense of security later on in the month, but that is something coming for you. It's this idea that you are really secure in your mind, with your intuition, with your thinking, with your wit, with your logic, with your objective perception skills. You can see everything and perceive everything, and you also have that ambition, that flow to move forward, full speed ahead, full charge, and go for what you want. We have 10 of Swords here, so getting over victim mode, getting over you know, everything that has happened to you. This card calls into realization that yes, you have gone through things, but it also shows that there is kind of a blowing out of proportion of everything, or an over-dramatization, an overreaction of things. Kind of seeing it as worse than it actually is, really just making it worse than it is. And so you are getting over that, and Cancer, you're starting to take responsibility and you're starting to kind of move forward. And that, to me, this feels like some of you are being put through this unwillingly, becoming independent, moving forward, and unwillingly coming out of this sadness, this victimhood, just because like the pain has become so much, it's been unbearable. And so you're really coming out of that. You're really coming out of this state of just being upset and being sad, and you're starting to take it into your own accord. You're starting to take it into your own hands and just roll with it. You're able to take responsibility for everything that's happening within you and around you and do what you can with it. And then we also have this Page of Wands here, which speaks of a burst of energy. It's this very much this burst of it's the spark that lights the fire. It's this starting flame. It's this burst of creativity, of passion, of like, I can do this, it's this motivational energy. It's very much the starting energy. So you'll be really energized to start things, creative projects. You'll have a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration this month as one of your rewards as well. So these are the things that you are harvesting for the month of September 2018. And now we're going to go ahead and pick some personal cards, Cancer, and we're going to go and see how you are in this month. We're going to look at your personal strengths and or weaknesses, whatever wants to be illuminated this month, okay? So let's see. We had one card fall right out, and we have here the World. Really, really interesting. So I just have to say, we have the World. Your sign is community oriented. We have the Horse King talking about people, the right people coming to you at the right time, and how you have the power to attract the types of people you want to learn from and be with. And we have the World coming in through here, which is community, unity with the world, unity with the universe. And then we have the Unicorn right here, which speaks of intuition, connecting with, you know, the divine. And we have the World as your personal power. So Cancer, you are really in it. You are really, really in it, okay? This card says, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. Yes, enlightenment, yes. So this is exactly what the Unicorn energy speaks of for this month, and it's just being reiterated here in your personal card position. It's just being reiterated that yes, you are going through an enlightenment and you are going through an awakening. Wow, really beautiful. And again, this card is just, you know, supporting you. It's saying you did good, you're doing great, good job. Just, wow, really good sign. We have the World coming through. And actually, I'm going to read a bit from the book here for the World, just to see what you might want to take from it. So it says, the angels have sent you this card because you happily completed something of great importance. They're congratulating you on a job well done. You're now ready to move on to something new. Enjoy your feelings of wholeness and completion, and give yourself a pat on the back for your amazing accomplishments. You've grown spiritually and have evolved to you on a whole new level in your understanding of the universe. You've experienced significant enlightenment and have expanded your consciousness of how to attain joy and contentment. You feel a great sense of gratitude. Right, so some of you are feeling this now, or this is something that you are progressively moving towards in September, but that is definitely coming for you in your personal powers. So I'm going to pull a card for your environment, and we're going to see what we have coming through. So we did drop a few cards, but that was way too many. So let's see. Okay, so we have one fall right out. We have the Eight of Water. So this is your personal environment, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So because this is a water card and water is connected with your emotions, this is telling me that your environment is swiftly going to be changing with and based on your emotions and your intuition and spirituality. I think once you've reached a certain level of enlightenment and you're kind of in the groove of things, things are really starting to shift for you, and this is a sign that yes, things are going to be shifting for you once you can manage your mind and your emotions, and once you can use it under your tool belt to powerfully manifest things, things are going to be greatly shifting into newness for you. And so yes, of course, your entire environment is going to change. There is this underlying desire to move on. Your environment is pushing you through change and to move on and grow and to receive better. And now we're going to pick one last card to look at your overall message to see what we have in store for you September in totality. And we did drop a few, but that was way too many. If you are a regular on my channel, you will notice that I do tend to drop cards a lot. And people are always like, oh, you should have included them in your reading. And I'm just a klutz. Like, I know when it feels right and when it's just me having clumsy hands, and that was one of those times. So anyways, really lovely. Really, really lovely. Your overall message is one of balance. So isn't it funny how this card comes out right after I say once you can learn to manage your mind and once you can learn to manage your feelings and emotions? Yeah, so balance is your overall message. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So your overall message is one of balance, and this is overall what is coming to you in the month of September 2018. So, just again, finding balance within your mind and your physical and your emotions. Figuring out a way to make sure that you're always well-grounded and balanced in both worlds, and knowing that there's divine timing in everything. And with that divine timing, perfect timing also comes into play, and that everything meant for you will come for you at the right time and place. And also cooperating with the universe, cooperating with the flow of the day. What does the day feel like? Not resisting or judging anything, just going with it and accepting and knowing that everything that happens to you is going to be for the best, okay? And even compromise. Sometimes the universe will say no to something that we really want because it is not meant for us yet, or it's not meant for us because there's something else coming that is better, something that we didn't expect, something that we can hardly imagine for ourselves. So those are some of the lessons that you may be learning, but overall it is one of balance for this month of September. So really beautiful reading here, Cancer. Perhaps one of the softer and more gentle energies coming through for these readings, Cancer. I really do wish you the best. I know it's one thing to say, oh, balance your emotions, especially with a water sign, but I know you can do it, and I trust you can do it, because look, we have the Knight of Swords coming here, and we have all of these sword cards that are also things that you have overcome successfully. And so that means to me that you will find this balance, and that you will be able to control you know, how you feel and what you think, and how those things incorporate into your world, and how those things come and manifest into your day-to-day life, okay? So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, a comment, maybe even subscribe. And if not, completely fine. I will see you next time. Bye!